It's the end of a long shift. A supervisor types out a detailed instruction email, hits send, and heads home. But the night shift skims the text, misreads a line, and spends the next 8 hours executing the wrong task. The supervisor might argue that they communicated the plan, but typing an email or speaking aloud is not the same thing as actually communicating. Look at this communication cycle. True communication requires passing the information and confirming the receiver understands it. The test is never, did I say it, but did they understand it? Without confirming understanding, you haven't communicated, you've just made noise. Until you explicitly close this loop, you are operating on assumptions. You may have issued an instruction, but haven't secured the understanding required to execute it. Human communication functions a lot like a radio link. Just like a physical radio, it's susceptible to 3 predictable signal failures on the floor. First is poor reception. Dropping instructions without context means they land with no register. Second is interference. Conflicting instructions mean a team member cannot execute them simultaneously. Finally, not tuned in. The receiver is physically present, but entirely distracted by plant noise, deadlines, or worries. It's easy to blame the team and claim they just weren't listening, but mislabeling these failures blinds you to the systemic errors in your own delivery methods. Let's look at a real-world scenario. A supervisor walks up to an operator who is elbow-deep in a broken machine, visibly stressed and sweating. The supervisor quickly rattles off a brand-new safety protocol and immediately walks away. Which of the 3 communication breakdowns guaranteed that protocol will be ignored? Pause the video and lock in your answer. If you guessed not tuned in, you're right. The supervisor failed to secure the operator's attention before delivering the critical data. To defeat all 3 of these breakdowns, you need a universal tool, the teachback. As this graphic outlines, this simply means asking the person to repeat the plan back to you in their own words. Asking an experienced operator to repeat an instruction back to you might feel a bit awkward or condescending at first, but when you reframe it as a standard, time-saving professional failsafe, it quickly becomes second nature. Relying on a quick nod of the head is a gamble. The teachback is the only definitive proof you have that the communication loop is securely closed. The frontline leader acts as the central junction box for the entire operation. As this diagram illustrates, the communication loop must scale to handle information moving in 3 directions at once. Moving upwards, your manager depends on your accurate view of reality. If you see a target slipping, you must flag the hidden problem early with facts before the deadline passes. Moving sideways, deliberate cross-department coordination is essential. If production, safety, and stores don't align, isolated efforts will cause a total plant failure, even if every individual section did its specific job. Keep these 3 key models in mind. First, the loop requires information plus understanding. Second, the teachback is your test. And third, your toolkit must flow down, up, and sideways. Securing this essential core loop is the foundation for the leadership skills we'll cover in the rest of this course, from managing rumors to handling difficult conversations. Grab your workbook and let's move from the mechanics to the art of influence.